me. I'm getting looked up, down with these big friends, they already gone by the size of me. I don't really give a fuck, put my goose up, I will not live in apology. I wish you lose the opportunity to suck, don't make way for a prodigy.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has come to East Asia in the bustling metropolis that is Tokyo, Japan. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Blues of Tokyo. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Okay, ready? Tackle.
They'll begin on the ground with Jenkins. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Well, this defense for the Bucs, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. They've been very good against the pass so far this year. Number 4 in the NFL right now.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is the #1 overall passing team in the NFL. But it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against that unit.
And there he goes left side. Inside the 10. Touchdown. Josh Jacobs. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Blues need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Carlson's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. From the end zone, here's Devin Tompkins. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now Carlson for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. So the completion goes. And that'll make it 2nd down. Good throw there to start this second possession. Maybe help erase the memory of the interception he threw first possession.
Yeah, I think a lot of the time now there's a communication between the head coach, offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach. All right, we got to get him settled. It's not easy after you've thrown a pick 6. You might want to just run the football, but I think in most cases you want to give him easy throws that he's comfortable with.
And got his man complete. Down to the 10. Touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Blues 14, Buccaneers 7. Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Nixon now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now Love. Open man is Musgrave, the tight end. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. They're a tough unit to throw against, currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
Yeah, this has been a good defense, but they're going to have to really prove it in this one because guess what? They're facing the #1 passing offense in the NFL. It's definitely a prove-it day for them.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll come out with a 4-receiver set. 3rd and 9. Love now. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 40. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Throwing, Love. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
They run the option on 2nd down. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And whistle blown, a timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Mayfield now. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And now off to the races down the right side. And touchdown! Josh Jacobs, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Blues are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Carlson's extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Yeah. Can he put it aside? Let's find out. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and built the play up.
He's got his target. That's complete. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Mayfield off the play fake. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. Now, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out. Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Now Mayfield. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what did you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right.
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. And his kick is good. And that will close the gap down to 14. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Nixon now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Hey, full fury.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
On second down, Jacobs. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Ready up.
And this offense on third down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. To throw now. Here's Love. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there on third down. 57 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And complete once again to Watson. Touchdown! Christian Watson with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Blues have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Carlson on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Carlson back out there now to send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And how about that return as he's all the way inside the 20-yard line.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Well, he's been the guy already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage.
And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
Mayfield's pass intercepted. They'll take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Ready.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Play fake. Here's Love. A short throw to Musgrave. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First down.
Ready.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Give him 30 yards there. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. In motion left, that's Reed. And he'll get it here on the touch pass.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. A give, it's Jacobs off the option. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Yellow, zoom.
Here's Jacobs. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow. This guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Love looking to throw it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. Jacobs. Yeah, this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here we go.
And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal. They go with Jacobs. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Josh Jacobs with career touchdown number 70. And the Blues are able to add on to their first half lead. Carlson's extra point up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Big strides. Look at him go. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there. 81 yards. And the Buccaneers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Nixon now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Come on, set.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough.
Oh, wide open, complete. A big play there just before halftime. 43 yards.
A gain of 43 yards. That's good for a Tokyo first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Working out of the gun. Love. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last two snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
Ready?
On play action. Love to throw. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points. But he could not get that to stick. And that is a golden opportunity wasted there.
Concentration, so key on a ball like that. It's hard. I know how difficult it is. But that's a ball you've got to come up with. And instead, a big play is going to slip through their fingers.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown. Jaden Reed as the first half is winding down. And the Blues will extend their lead here just before halftime. Carlson's extra point up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Looking deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Buccaneers 17.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Anders Carlson to kick off.
So after a very one-sided first half, what will the second half bring as we are back underway on EA Sports? And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
And they're on 17-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Regular. Watch out.
First down, here's White. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
2nd and 10.
At the 46-yard line.
Watch out.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Counter play with Jacobs. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Ready?
Once again, it's Jacobs. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here we go.
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Ready.
On 3rd down, Love. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Jordan Love, an 18-yard touchdown run. And the Blues have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Carlson's extra point up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Let's go.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
Mayfield's pass.
Ready.
Intercepted. They'll take over
And
1st
cycle.
and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Drill 52. Smith red.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Hut, hut.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
White, white. Hut, hut.
Love. Touchdown! Luke Musgrave from 19 yards away. And the Blues have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Carlson's extra point up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Carlson back out there now to send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. From the gun, Mayfield. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
And the Buccaneer first down.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try the right side here with White. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Eric Stokes in on the tackle. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Going right side is White. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Rashad White, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Buccaneers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Nixon now from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
There's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. In motion right goes Reed. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. Oh, that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Come on, set. Set.
They'll run it with Jacobs. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Good work there, holding them out on first down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Set.
From the 2 now, second and goal.
Ready, ready.
Jacobs again. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Josh Jacobs taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Blues look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense can miss too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time he had the speed to win that race.
Carlson's extra point up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Anders Carlson to kick off.
So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And that unbeaten record very much in jeopardy. It's been a great first few months of the season so far, but they have run into a buzzsaw here. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. 2nd and 7. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Ready, ready.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. They bring their punter out there now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Fielded at the 20. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now.
It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. being chased out left. And now here is another interception. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Mayfield's pass intercepted. They'll take over first and 10.
Ready?
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. A handoff, Jacobs running to the left. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 37 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. The Love wants to shift things around. Well, this O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Jacobs going to try the middle, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Here we go.
2nd and 16.
Brings up 2nd and 16 at the Bucs 47-yard line.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. They'll get 4 back there on the run, but now they're looking up at a 3rd and 12 situation. Now we'll get whistles, and they signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. They need 12 here. It's 3rd down. They'll run right here with Jacobs. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago. And you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Tokyo, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they fall for the first time this season after 6 wins to start the campaign. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next.
Another man made my phone ring, hello. Said he capping, but won't step, you know. Every time he sell me, that's phone.